Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Movie Heroes 5 required stage for the Union Master event, and we're going to be discussing just how players can complete it, team build and everything. Now we're going to be running the Tech Goku Vegeta alongside the AGL Goku Vegeta as a combination. We're going to be going with the Strength Super Saiyan Gohan with the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I've got physical there, but it's the Tech one, it's the Movie Heroes one. We're going to rotate the rest. We're then going to use the LR Gohan standby whenever it's available. So Gohan's Kamehameha standby, his family Kamehameha standby, we're going to make sure we use that whenever it's available. And then basically the rest is all pretty straightforward. We're going to probably focus in, ideally, on these rotations. That would be, more than fine. And ultimately at the end of the day, it's all fairly straightforward and easy to have everything come together rotations wise. The Strength Gogeta, he floats, provides a bit of support. The Tech God Boys, they provide a little bit of an alternative option. And then we also obviously have the Tech Goku Vegeta friend floating as well. Now, the reason I went with this team is because it allows us to use a very powerful combination for the final phase. Tech Goku Vegeta and AGL Goku Vegeta, always their active skills coming together really nicely to function, in terms of like their overall damage and just that huge burst damage you get from that Vegeta transformation, and that Gogeta active skill is always really good. In terms of the bosses, we have Lord Slug, Rudagon, and then Golden Frieza, who has 2 phases. In terms of that, we have Lord Slug with 2.1 mil supers, 130 million health, 850k normals, but he also locks characters in place, which can be very annoying and does give us some difficulties in setting up rotations. Then we also have Rudagon, who is very similar in terms of his numbers: 150 mil health, 800k normals, 2.2 million supers. Then we have Golden Frieza. Now Golden Frieza is one boss but 2 phases. You have the first phase in terms of the int one, where he's got 2.2 mil supers, 800k normals and 250 million HP. He gains strength, however, with each turn passed. So he's immune to stunning, immune to stunning, not immune to sealing. You can seal him. But he has attack of 15% with each turn passed, and defense up 15% with each turn passed, up to 150% in total. This makes him pretty formidable the longer you fight him, and because we're using this period to generally set up our team, it's actually quite difficult to take him out super quickly. But don't worry about it too much. His ramp up isn't enough to give us too many issues. We use a couple items like the King Yamas or the Ghost Ashes to just protect our Goku and Vegeta as they build up, and generally we just build up our family Kamehameha. Just bear in mind, if you're going to use the family Kamehameha predominantly for damage to Golden Frieza, you can't put it on standby straight away. I did that and I was just about missed out on making it to the Golden Frieza stage, so I'd probably say on Gohan's second appearance you want to put him into you want to put him into the family Kamehameha standby. That will make it a lot easier to get it on time with the Golden Frieza, the AGL Golden Frieza. When it comes to obviously the actual minutiae, obviously the goal is to get to the AGL Golden Frieza, who has 300 million health, 1.5 mil normals, and 4.5 mil super. We want to get there and basically have our team rip-roaring ready to go. Both active skills ready to go. We want to be able to do as much damage as possible, so it's going to be absolutely crucial. The thing is, the Tech Vegetos will draw all the attacks, taking a lot of the load off of us, and then allow us to really dish out a big chunk of damage back in return, and obviously have that added safety as well of all of that damage as well. So some really good stuff overall from that perspective, which does work out really nicely and quite smoothly actually for the team. So that's generally the flow with that. Frieza starts out quite strong, like I said, 4.5 mil, 1.5 mil normals, immune to sealing, immune to stunning. He disables evasion, which is quite interesting, quite difficult to deal with, quite annoying. And then he also obviously has that reduction in attack and defensive return, 10%. No more than 30% down though, so it's not like a huge decrease. It's not like he's becoming super duper weak. And then also we have that 100,000 damage that he does every turn, a set damage amount of 100,000 HP. It cannot KO you, but it does obviously chip away at you. And then if you catch a bad super, you could potentially, get caught out, take a lot of damage. It's just not really ideal overall. At the end of the day, once you do manage to combine up your tech, Vegito and AGL Gogeta attacks, once you do manage to kind of combine up everything, once you do manage to get everything going, then you're kind of ready to go, able to push it, able to kind of bump it up, and then all of a sudden you are ready, set, locked and loaded, and you should manage to defeat the boss pretty easily, is honestly what I would probably say. I think for me, the big question ultimately comes down to your damage, because you can get caught out. Like, I mean, these bosses do hit hard, and the team does start a little bit slow, and we don't have a lot of designated first start tanks. Like, especially if we don't stick Gohan into Family Kamehameha mode, we actually have a lot of units on this team that builds up. That's where the God Boys really come in handy. That first turn that they have can be used to kind of just act as a tank, to really kind of control the flow of battle, give yourself a little bit more constructive room to move and maneuver, and I think that's really helpful overall and makes things a lot easier, which is really where I see them thriving and being useful, and then also obviously as a alternative option to kind of be a damage dealer or tank where necessary, depending on how much they've stacked and everything. Damage they'll never really outdo like a 10th anniversary unit or something, but they do provide a really good balance between the two, which can be very, very useful and very helpful for a lot of players. But at the end of the day, this was a very fun, interesting challenge. I do like these Union Masters. I think they're a good combination of being just about difficult enough that you do need a good team, but not so challenging that you have to have absolutely the best units. And with some items in that, you can make some really nice, fun little teams with a mix of units that makes things work really, really nicely. So that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, until then, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. It's appreciated. Bye.